Hey, I know what you guys are thinking, right? You probably saw this thumbnail, you done read that title, and you start thinking, man, this ain't the first of the year, but check it out. It's summertime. Listen, you don't want to run your kitchen because it's already hot. Check it out. Look over here. We're going to be doing a crock pot. And guess what we're doing, folks? We're getting ready to do soul food. When I say soul food, we're finna do soul food 101. I'm finna show you guys just how easy it is to make, black eyed peas. Now listen, I hot flash my beans, right? What you do is you boil a pot of water, right? After you boil a pot of water, you just turn it off the fire, then you put your beans in there, you let them soak for 1 hour. That'll replicate, like the whole night. So listen, we got black eyed peas, they're already done. I got some, I went a little small on my diced onion, you know what I mean? Just to put that in there. Look, I got butter, because we're gonna saute that in butter. And then of course, what, we're gonna level it up. You gotta use that chicken stock. And then listen, I'm gonna be using a ham shank, right? I'll put it right here. Listen, this is already smoked. It's ready to go, right? I really wanted to use a smoked turkey, but they didn't have it. So for you guys, you guys always ask, like, is there a substitute? Any smoked meat that you like that's good with you, you could put that in there. Hey, with that being said, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and just start like this. This is something super simple, folks. So what I did was just put a medium flame on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my butter in. Soon as this melt, we're gonna saute our onions. Now that my butter's melted, just go ahead and add this. Now look, this is gonna add a lot of flavor, folks. If you guys wanna know why, when you eat the black eyed peas, from these recipes that I make, this is separates what other people do. You know what I mean? Let me just turn it down a little bit, So let me just go ahead and get these, I just want to cook them down till they just a little bit on the soft side. We're not going to take them all the way down. Okay, so these are really ready, right? So now what I want to do is, I could just tell you this. Now we just made some infused butter, right? Because we just put them onions in there. Check this out. I'm going to take, my beans, just put these inside of here just like that. What I want to do is I want to get everything in here, right? So we just go ahead and add it. I want to get all of the onions, every little bit of the drippings, all of that. We want that right here in the inside, right? Take my broth, you know what I mean? Add that. I said broth, that's actually stock, so we just move this around like this. To be honest with you, just these two pieces would be just fine. I'm gonna take the other piece and put that in the, the freezer. As you see right now, really the real level up is everything that I do, like usually if I have to use water, I'll always substitute it with like, with some type of chicken broth or something like that. Listen, it's because of the flavors and all of that. Now look, I got salt out. Now I'm using a ham shank, right? I don't want to add no salt to this because of the ham shank is going to put plenty enough sodium inside of that and make it right. Now these beans right here are going to be real absorbent and they're going to absorb it all, but I can tell you, I don't want to put that in there right now. I'd rather just, cook it down. Then when I'm done cooking it, what I like to do is taste it and find out if I want to do each individual bowl. You know what I mean? But if you got a great start, and I'm sure I will by the size of these, the size of this ham shank, it'll come out right. Right. So look, I just put a little pepper on here, and then here's something a little different. Some people don't do it, but look, I like to put that W sauce in there too, though. You know what I mean? So listen, don't forget, I'll put the full ingredients list down. I'll put the full ingredient list, yes, down in the description box below, as always. Hey, with that being said, turn that way. I'm gonna give it a little stir, then we're gonna set it, right? Now, if you wanna do it on low, like say you wanna do this and you got all the time, you know what I mean, and this is for like a dinner. You can do this and you can set it on low. Anywhere from like, if you're gonna do low, I'm gonna say you can do it anywhere between 5 and 6 hours, right? But when I do it on high, which that's what I'm getting ready to do right now, I'm gonna set it on 4 hours and we're just gonna take a look at that. You know what I mean? I got some tricks for you folks, and this right here gonna level it up. Hey, and what I'm gonna eat this with is gonna be fire. I made me some hot water cornbread. Got these right here. Cause listen, when you do these beans right here, you're gonna need something you're gonna want to like just dip and eat. This is like tradition, right? Hey, especially if this that down home eating. Now I want you guys to come on here and take a look at this right here. Let's take this off. It's on warm. Now remember what did we use? We used the chicken stock, right? So you can see it. You can still see it's got a little bit of liquid in here. Look at how soft the meat is. Look, we're gonna tear all that down and mix all of that up. And then as I do that, I got a little trick. Now, for those of you guys that like it to be on the thick side, that's the way I like mine. I'm finna show you something, folks. Hey, so just watch me work. What you see, look, I got a ladle. I got like a large 4-cup, Pyrex, right? Now I got a slotted spoon. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take it like this, just drain some of that. I'm gonna show you guys how to thicken it. A lot of people don't know that, and you know, people ask me when they see the videos I do, like whether it's pinto beans or something like that, they say, hey, how did you get it to be so thick? You know, somebody even asked me one time that I use a thickener. Like, yeah, I do, but the thickener is gonna be the actual bean, right? So I just take just about 3 or 4 of these spoonfuls like this. And if you look at it right now, because you guys saw it when I first did it, right? You can see it starting to thicken up a little bit just from the fact that I broke down, put the bone back in here. I broke down that shank. So when you're doing that and you moving it around, listen, they real nice and soft. They kind of like just start to dissolve on their own anyway. So now I'm gonna take my small ladle. Here, let me get this right here so you guys can see it. You're gonna be like, oh man, I never even thought about it. For those of you guys that don't know. So you see it right now? Now I just, look. We just go like this, and we just gonna make a paste. Okay, so now you can see just how thick it is. I didn't even take out the ham shank that got in there. That's fine. We just mash it all together, right? That right there is what thickens it up, folks. We take it, and we just add it to it, and now we're gonna mix this in. And this is our OG. And when I say OG, we not add nothing else to it. We just use the beans to go ahead and get everything to just mix. You know what I mean? This thickens it up. Look at the color. And then you could just check the texture. If your mouth ain't watering, something wrong, folks. Look at that right there. Look at those. Mm, mm, mm. Look at that right there, folks. Ooh-wee. And for me, I got to go with a piece of that ham. Look at that there. Mm. And then I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to put this little hot water cornbread right here. And we finna eat, folks. Hey, so after seeing all of that, you know what I mean, and knowing I got the hot water cornbread, I'm going to go ahead and hit it. Now I want you guys to take note to this. Remember, I used a ham shank, right? So it didn't add no salt. You want to talk about something that's just seasoned, just right? This is it right here. And this finna go down for all my folks out there, my real folks. Check it out. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm drinking this with water. You know what? Keeping my palate clean, not trying to taint nothing. This right here is a meal. That's the way my grandfather got down. Hot water cornbread, black eyed peas, you know what I mean? And hey, to be honest with you, he would have a green onion. Just my grandmother would put a green onion in there. It'd be standing up like that, like it's a tree. My grandfather would just take it and eat it, and I do the exact same. Hey, now with that being said, listen, try this. If you guys didn't know, especially for my new people out there that just want to make some real traditional, some real down home soul food, then we finna start with the basics, folks. Now, with that being said, listen, let me just take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and I want you guys to tell everybody out there, listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, you guys, I'm finna throw down. Peace.